Well, hello and welcome to Sports by Compian. My name, of course, is your host, Stephen Compian, and I'm joined here by my powerful co-host, the man with the claw and also the fine haircut, Corey Compian, here in the house amongst us. How are you, sir?
I am doing fantastic. I have recently returned from the distant land of San Francisco. I conquered San Francisco and have returned to the native land of New Jersey to be
Excellent.
back with back in the homeland.
Back in the homeland, away from those filthy 49ers fans, it's scary stuff, Corey.
Dude,
I'm
I saw
glad you
so many
survived.
49er jerseys. I didn't like it. Also,
They're
let me
real
throw
proud right now.
let me throw a little shade at San Francisco. Everything closed at 9 p.m. Strangest thing.
Oh,
I got in at 11 the first night. Not a single restaurant open. I was just like, all right, I'm going to eat fucking chips and go to bed. The next day, I made it to a restaurant, 8:30. They're saying, like, last call, or fucking get whatever food and drinks you want because we're closing at 9. Weird city that closes at 9, but, maybe I'm just used to cool New York things. What do I know?
definitely used to New York things. I think that's most cities, dude. Hate to tell you.
Really? Fucking losers, bro.
It's really sad. New York's the only weirdos who are like, what? Yeah, you want a whole steak at 3 a.m.? No problem.
Dude, straight up. You can't walk down the street without getting hit by just, like, amazing food.
Sad. Well, I'll be good for you guys, but yeah, not so much for the rest of the people. Anyway, Corey, we are hopping into another episode of The Other Guys.
The other guys,
And
they're
you know
important
what?
people. They fill out the rosters. They make the plays, just not
They
all
make
the
the
time.
plays, and sometimes they make a lot of plays, which brings us to a tournament we're starting amongst the Other Guy episodes. That's right, Corey. Our past people and everyone who we cover on this future episodes will all compete against the people in their position to see if they can move up the ladder. Once they get to the tippy top of the ladder, Corey, we will start a petition for them to be moved up into superstar status. Whether that means Hall of Famer or not, we don't know. It's not for us to decide. The wise minds of football will have to decide. But at least superstar status.
Do we do like a bracket and we have like
Yeah,
the
we have a
fans
bracket.
vote?
This is the
Or
first.
Do we vote or do the fans vote?
We're going to handle it for now because the fans have minimal interaction with us, Corey.
But that's
Although
what I'm saying. Like,
stay tuned on YouTube. We will start putting out some pools. But it really is about stats. Stats are how you're going to eliminate somebody. So it's not even voting so much.
Okay, fair enough. I'm here
It's
for
hey,
it.
this guy did better than you. So
What have you done?
He's probably not another guy. He's probably a superstar. He probably shouldn't be in this category. Is what we're getting at here. You like that? It's gonna be good.
I like that. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be awesome, fans. Get excited. It's a whole adventure. And entering the arena now is a man who's a Super Bowl champion, Corey. He is known for catching a very infamous pass from one Eli Manning in the Super Bowl to stop an undefeated perfect season. It's something that has never been done in NFL history, and the team closest to it, to ever accomplishing this, were the New England Patriots of 2007. But this man and his New York Giants said, no! Perfect season for you.
No perfect season. What, was this guy a corner? What are we looking at? Wide receiver.
Plaxico Burress, dude. He's the guy. He's the one who
he's
caught
doing
the
the
touchdown.
helmet catch.
Yeah, no, that's Tyree. That's David Tyree. But he did catch. But Plaxico did catch the actual touchdown that put him ahead. Plus, he was their number one receiver that year.
Right.
So young Plaxico was drafted to.
Just by me not knowing who he is qualifies him as another guy. So I'm here for it. Me, a casual fan, doesn't know.
Like I said, well, he's fairly well known. But either way, that's why he's in this category. That's why he's fighting to get some respect.
He's fighting to be like, I'm
he's
a
in this
superstar.
arena.
I'm a
He's
Super
like,
Bowl champion.
I'm not talked about enough, damn it. Anyway, he's out here, dude. So he's coming into this arena. He was drafted by the Steelers. The Steelers have a thing for receivers. They just seem to know how to draft good receivers. Kudos to them. By year 2,
they make him a little insane if they hold him for too long. They got to get the receiver and give him to someone else.
Yeah. I think that's the gig. They like to hang on to them. Some of them, they pan out. They're like, yeah, we'll pay you. It'll be okay. And then it still gets weird later, but mostly because it's okay. Anyway, we need to talk about how this man was drafted there. By year 2, he gets 1,008 yards. And the thing about that, what makes it significant, is that's the first time, I believe, could be wrong, come at me, Steelers fans, We love the interaction. But I think it's the first time that the Steelers had 2,000 receivers, because obviously Hines Ward was there during that time, and your boy Hines is like, yeah, I'm putting up 1,000, no problem. So then this second year, Plaxico comes on and puts up 1,000. First time for that historic franchise to the Steelers to have 2 receivers at 1,000 yards. Pretty cool that Plaxico was able to help make that happen. His best year came his third year, contract year. You know how it be, Core.
Damn,
Oh, no,
he
it wasn't his
really
contract
had
year,
2
actually.
solid years. Like, he had his rookie season where he kind of just existed, put up 1,000 and then 1,000.
1,003. Then he had somewhat of a down year. His final year with the Steelers, decided he wanted to move on. Went over to the Giants. They paid him big. They're like, "Hey man, here's some money," and it was
we'll
good time.
resurrect you.
Yeah. They were like, already, they paid him a bunch of money. He did pretty well for them. Stuck around with them a couple years, and boom, historic run during the 2007 season. Also, Steve Smith was there. David Tyree making his helmet catches there. Although David Tyree didn't have a whole lot of yards, but he just had that one amazing catch. It's pretty much his whole career. Shout out David.
Yeah,
but anyway, our boy Plaxico had a good old career there with the Giants, and then Corey, he starts doing this thing that a lot of NFL wide receivers like to do. And that's just get in trouble, talk about how they're not getting paid enough money's, these type of things.
Tons of cars real quick, start forgetting.
Start getting caught. Infamously, he was caught in a nightclub with a gun, and he shot himself. So he was out. He was too injured to play football for a while. As you can see, there's a void here right in the man's prime, where the dude's like all fucking banged up and shit. Because
bullet holes all up
in his
body.
It's real hard to do, to play like that. So he took some bullets, took some time off the football, and then I think marijuana, maybe not marijuana. I'm not going to allege, but he did get up to some trouble. Not personal conduct policy. That's not good. Anyway, He comes back with the Jets. The Jets are like, yeah, you're okay, not great. Finally ended out his career in Pittsburgh with a grand of 42 yards, and then the NFL showed him the door. So that was the career of Plaxico Burress. Quite impressive, though. He did amount 8,409. Get this, Corey, 499 yards. Well, man fell 1 yard short of 8,500. Does he know this?
Brutal, dude.
Did the Steelers know this?
He's probably looking at certain plays, and he's like, really? They only marked me for 5, but that was 6. He's reviewing every play, complaining about it.
Maybe. Who knows?
That's got to be a bummer, dude. 1 yard off,
it's not good. It's a bummer. But he did. He had a fucking really good career overall.
made a shitload.
Went to Michigan State. He wasn't getting paid like the crazy era. So when he was complaining about his contract, he was all mad about getting paid like $3,025,000. And dude, by today's standards, I could see how he'd be pissed. Yeah. And unfortunately, inflation is a thing. So yeah.
But even being a receiver, putting up 1,000-yard seasons, that's worth big money. Not the biggest money, that's wide receiver 2 money, but still.
Oh yeah, for sure. He definitely had money. What he chose to do with it, and if he invested it properly, he should be fine. But we'll see. Who knows? A lot of athletes go broke. Of course, very sad. But he did play for Michigan State, so I wanted to point that out because it's worth noting. It's really dope. And he was a first-team All-10. Most notably Super Bowl champion, dude. He tried to coach for a little while, 2017 with the Cardinals, and whether he decided he didn't like it or he wasn't good at it, it did not work out, Corey. Which brings us to our next person who may or may not be another guy. Entering the arena is one A.J. Hawk, the absolute legend of the Green Bay Packers. Now, some would know him more for his post-football career, Corey, and we will get to that, but we're going to start off with what this man was doing for Green Bay. Played for them most of his career, obviously. One last year in Cincinnati, apparently a year in Atlanta, but it doesn't look like he was much involved in that one last year. Mostly was when he was in Cincinnati, went home to his old Ohio State. He is an Ohioan, went to Ohio State.
I was going to say, why is he in the Ohio jersey? I thought he was mostly with Green Bay. I guess it's where he retired.
Yeah, pretty much, I guess. Or Somatics, whatever. It's the last picture they had of him.
Also, why is he so tight with McAfee?
Dude, so during COVID, he just came on one time, and like there wasn't a whole lot going on, so they were kind of just bullshitting, and it ended up being like a whole thing. Like it was just kind of like they had really good chemistry, and then McAfee's like,
Worked out.
"So, what are you doing tomorrow?" And he's like, "Nothing. It's COVID." He's like,
Let's go ahead. Let's do this again.
Yeah, come on over. And then he literally just started coming on like every day and just became a part of the show.
Love that for him.
Yeah,
I mean, definitely great little.
He had his own podcast, but like it's pretty funny. Like the Hawkcast went down after he. I was listening to the Hawkcast. He used to have some decent guests. He'd have like old Green Bay coaches on. He'd have like Aaron Rodgers on and such. He was like one of the first interviews I ever had Aaron Rodgers talking about whatever. It's kind of funny.
Nice.
He has a good personality. He's a good little commentator.
He's a chill dude who just ran headfirst into people for how many years is this? From 26 to 2016? 10
11 years.
11?
Well, it's 11, but really 10 because he didn't really play with Atlanta.
Ah, fair.
Yeah. But anyway, so he had a total of 946 combo tackles. So my man needed about just shy of 1,000. It's kind of sad. 645 of them were solos. That's a pretty huge number. He ended with he ended with 9 interceptions.
My man was a closer with tackles. He didn't need any help.
Forced fumbles, 5. Fumble recoveries. Oh yeah, forced fumbles 4. Fumble recoveries 5. So yeah, he was at 20 sacks. Very, very good career. And then of course, infamous for his now running around with McAfee and doing McAfee things with him. What's going on over there? Any kind of
Nothing. We're not plotting anything. Don't you worry about this, Steven.
All right, excellent.
But
excellent.
so yeah.
But that was AJ Hawk, man. He's was one of my favorite guys to watch, obviously because he always had dope ass hair. He used to have the full flow going, and so it's really cool to see that.
As I was saying, Corey Compton would say, right?
Right, of course. So anyway, Chris, Corey, sorry. So listen. Right. What's been going on here is that now we just finished up talking about AJ Hawk. It's time to put these guys. It's time to put these guys in the arena, Chris. Corey, and find out who is the true other guy and who might be a superstar. We're gonna find out here together with the fans. First up is Plaxico Burress, and he's going against the guy from last week, the other guy himself.
Plaxico Burress. I know that name. Did he shoot himself in the leg?
He sure did. Sure did.
All right. So what's he up to these days? He's playing stat head football. What is that?
No. So this is what we're doing is we're comparing him to our last episode where we talked about Miles Austin. We're gonna see which of these guys was better. Which obviously the stats are telling us Plaxico's the better wide receiver.
Really? So he healed quite a lot from that gunshot, huh?
Well, he shot himself after he got all these yards. Big brain move. Big brain move. Get the yards first. Get shot later. You know
what? I didn't think of that. That's brilliant. I gotta give it to him. That's brilliant. All right. Absolutely. So he's up against this guy. Who is this? Miles Austin.
Miles Austin, we remember we talked about him, Corey, on the last episode. We covered him.
Of course.
How you're a big Dallas fan.
No, I know we did. Absolutely.
And remember how you love Miles Austin?
Miles. My man Miles. What's up with Miles?
So he's not as good as Plaxico, it turns out. Real sad.
Geez, Rick.
Yeah.
Damn it. Such high hopes for my boy
Miles. I know, but he has been officially eliminated. He really is just another guy. He really is just another guy. Plaxico moves on in the bracket, though, Christopher.
Plaxico.
Will he be the superstar? Hey, as a receiver.
He goes. That Plaxico. That's right.
This is a competitive bracket, dude, because you never know what era people will throw in here, when, how, and wide receiver is one of those positions that's tough to compete against.
Good for him. He's kicking ass.
He's got a strong case, man. 4,000, almost 500 yards is quite a lot. Plus a bunch of touchdowns. He's killing it. Yeah. He's
Yeah,
not
you
Austin.
have some touchdowns to put in those accents on the painting, you know?
Oh, absolutely. And basically, it's a round one knockout of Miles Austin. All right, our next fight, Christopher.
Take that,
Our
Miles.
returning other guy from last week is Barrett Rude. The middle of the Bucs defense for years. Mr. 5-yard gain tackle himself has
5
returned.
yards.
Yeah.
When you really need 5 yards, he makes that happen?
No, so he's a linebacker. It's basically a joke I've developed, Christopher.
Oh, only is 5 yards?
Well, it was better than a touchdown. And it's not what you want out of your middle linebacker. You prefer them to gain, 2 to 3 to 0.
I
That'd be better.
0.
A 0 is nice too, but 2 to 3 is better. 5 is great.
You can stack 5s to a first down. That's not very helpful.
It's not good. It's not good. So yeah. Anyway, that's what my joke is. But anyway,
so boy 5 yard is in here with his unfortunate nickname.
He will have to fight our very own Hawk himself. And they don't even have a picture of Barrett Rude. It's not right.
Oh, brutal.
It's not right. Not even a picture for the boy.
Google and copy paste.
And he got spanked. He got spanked by AJ Hawk.
With no picture?
Oh, this isn't right. He got spanked by Hawk. Who's making these lists? Who's putting this together? Is it me?
Brutal.
Oh, damn. I'm fighting myself. He has been all right. So Hawk has him in games played. Hawk has him in solo tackles, sacks, interceptions, and in Super Bowl motherfucking rings, Christopher.
So, dude, do you think our man AJ went into the barbershop and he's like, dude, give me the Chuck Liddell, but not too obvious, you know?
Well, this is his haircut now. He used to have a flowing mane when he was playing.
Oh, and then he did that to himself?
And now he's just rolling with this crazy haircut now.
My God.
He's on the air all the time with this wild-ass hair. It's crazy.
Wow. What a world.
What a world, Christopher. I mean, Corey. That's the world we live in, though. AJ Hawk, easy first-round knockout of Barrett Rude. He might be a sports stud guy. We don't really know what he's doing in here, but he's fucking up these poor other guys.
Dude,
Barrett Rude's down for the count.
His runes.
Miles Austin is down for the count. Round one of the linebacker
Austin
/ wide receiver situation is over, Christopher. And we will have to bring up another episode to see where all this turns out. It's absolutely crazy.
Yep. It's got to be done. Whatever it takes.
Got to be done. Next episode will be coming soon, guys. And we appreciate all your love and support for the show. If you enjoy listening to us, we like doing this. It's why we continue to pump them out.
Yep.
As we do. Big shout out.
Loving and I'm supportive.
Yeah, exactly. All these things together.
That's how it
works.
Once. Loving and supportive.
If you guys want to get an official Sports by Compian Hawaiian, let us know in the comments.
Get the fuck out. We have merch.
We should start doing merch.
Oh my
God.
God.
No reason we can't.
There's no rules. We can do Hawaiian shirt merch.
There's no reason we can't. There's no rules.
We'll do nothing short of Hawaiian shirts, though.
And hats. I mean, I wear a different hat every episode.
Whatever. I don't care after that. As long as we have Hawaiian shirts, I'm happy.
Yeah, we'll have Hawaiians. It's going to be great. Anyway, fans, get excited about that. Let us know about how you want your Sports by Compian Hawaiians. It's going to be dope. We're excited. You're excited. Like and subscribe to get more of this kind of content. Anything you want to leave them with, Corey? Corey, you want to say anything else to the public, to the fans, to the people themselves?
I don't know what you're talking about. Corey's right here. You've been talking.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you.
You see, obviously,
that's why I'm asking you,
Corey, the whole time.
No, yeah, I get that, Corey. But what I'm asking you is if you have anything you want to say to the public.
Corey, go on over here, you fucking.
The Sports by Compian, my Sports by Compian fans. Do you have anything to say to them?
What do you think? Yeah, I got anything to say, you fucking cunt.
Oh, you're Corey.
Hold on. Yes, absolutely. And I may or may not have things to say.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, what do you have to say to the public then, Corey?
Well, hello. I'm Chris, right?
Yeah, you're Chris. All right, yeah, you can finish on this episode. Thank you for joining the episode, Corey. Chris, do you have anything for the public, on our way out here? Anything about Miles Austin getting knocked out in the first round? Anything about Barrett Rude not even having a picture as he gets knocked out in the first round?
I Knew all
More
of these
respect for
things,
the fighters.
And I was mad about it the whole time. The whole time I was mad about it. And Badger's mad about it too, because we
How
got
many Hawaiians are in that room?
not enough. Not enough, Steven.
Right. That's why we need sports by copy Hawaiians.
Exactly. But I just want to point out Badger was really rooting for Miles Austin as a Cowboys fan because he takes after his daddy. Badger loves his daddy, and we were both rooting for Miles Austin. It's a bummer he got knocked out, but it really statistically he didn't get us there. He didn't have the points. He didn't get the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl.
He's a true other guy,
dude. He's a true other guy.
He
was there being the wide receiver too when the world needed him, but he wasn't quite a guy. A household name will know like a couple of years from now.
Excellent news. Thank you for supporting the show. Sports by Copying. We're out.